Hotel brothers and sisters, Black Power is always giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors, Chief of Staff Brother Harris Abdul, my sister, my father, my in-laws, relatives, family members, subscribers, donors, viewers, and all those who are fighting for our liberation and salvation within the Black nation. First of all, let's get started of my return back to YouTube, and I'll talk about that later on. But first, I want to get down to some of the core issues. Now, Jeffrey Epstein, so you know what he is. Nevertheless, he was supposedly, allegedly found hung in the cell with a 30-minute watch, suicide watch, in a federal institution in New York, the Metropolitan Federal Correctional Institute up in New York. Now, he's under 30-minute watch and he ends up committing suicide. First of all, let's look at this before we even dig deep into his situation. Black men have been hung in their cells. Thousands and thousands and thousands of our brothers have been found hanging in cells. There has never been any type of media coverage for the thousands of our brothers and sisters that were found hanging in cells. And the reason why I say found, because 98% of them did not commit suicide. But thousands, all the way up to Sandra Bland and beyond and past that. Even this week, there are hangings in cells. Brothers and sisters are found hanging in cells every single day in this country. There is zero media coverage. So, why was it important to make Jeffrey Epstein's allegedly suicide a nationwide issue that had nationwide coverage? Now, number one, we know for the brothers and sisters who are clear about shit, we know he did not hang himself. We already know this dog was murdered. Jeffrey Epstein was murdered. And you may ask why. Why was he murdered? Jeffrey Epstein was murdered because he was about to blow the whistle on all of the pedophilia that goes on from the music industry to the sports industry. He was familiar and affiliated with hundreds of known pedophiles that are big names in the sports and entertainment industries. We all know that because Corey Feldman has been silenced. In some way, Corey Feldman has not revealed the pedophiles in Hollywood, not even the ones who violated him. This is how powerful this network of freaks are. It's a network of Roman Roman Catholicism freaks that are reenacting Rome. And the music, entertainment, and sports industries are modern day Rome. Look at the sex rituals that go on in the rap industry alone. For a black actor that has to wear a dress in order to be moved up among the ranks of black actors in Hollywood. And a lot of them, even in the sports and the entertainment and the acting industry, a lot of them are willing, these upcoming actors that want to be known, that want to be on the silver screen, a lot of these brothers are willing to get their asses bumped out for a role, for a major role in some type of motion picture, sitcom, or some type of TV series. They are willing to get on the couch, the director's couch, and let the director bump them out. And they, and flip flop and pancake their ass for a role. This is some serious shit. NAMBLA is very, very beginning to grow in record-breaking numbers. NAMBLA is the National Association for Man and Boy Love. Meaning this is a worldwide, global organization designed to push the bill to make pedophilia legal and to release all pedophiles from state, federal institutions that are serving time for violating children. They're trying to pass a law where a 50-year-old man can date an 11-year-old boy and walk down the street hand in hand with no type of punishment whatsoever. But Jeffrey Epstein was about to blow the whistle, and it had to be some big so-called big boys or big girls in Hollywood and the NFL. There are more. That is one sport where it is infested with homosexuals. That's the NFL. The National Fag League. Not for ladies. And I question some of you brothers who, you get a 6-pack of beer on Sundays and you sit on the couch holding your penis, grasping your genitals, cheering for a man with tights on, running down the field with the football. Now, I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that every man that watches football is suspect. But let's just look at the scenario and the behavior. I've played sports. I understand that. But I'm talking about in today's sports, how homosexual and pedophilia activity runs rampant in the NFL. It's in the NBA too, but a lot of it is in the NFL. Michael Sam's attempted to open the door, but he didn't kick the door down. And this is the sick shit. Barack Obama called his house and told Michael Sam's congratulations on announcing that you suck cock. Think about it. He said he was proud of him. Said he was proud of him for that. That was a monumental moment in his presidential term. Not the brothers and sisters who graduate from college and Harvard and Yale. Those who you don't think, you don't think there's black young men and women in Harvard and Yale. You don't mention that. You never mention when you went. You never mention because you didn't do it. Go to the living rooms and call the houses of Mike Brown, Sandra Bland, Eric Gardner, Philando Castile, and others, hundreds of others, and call them and sit on the couch and sympathize and empathize with those with the families of those brothers and sisters. But you did it to Sandy Hook. You did it in Texas. When these brothers, when these whites go around with this mass killing, and then the media covers it up and say it's not racially motivated. It's not a hate crime. That's a cover up by the media. But when Michael Johnson was in Texas, it was racially motivated. He was every type of monster and black nigger thug that you can think of. But this pedophile has gotten more attention than some of our most prominent brothers and sisters that are out here putting in work. Street activists. Because I found out that people that are in the street, foot soldiers, that are putting in work, going into the death traps, going into the hoods, breaking bread with the gangbangers, breaking bread with the dope addicts, breaking bread with the homeless. That's heroic. That's outstanding. But you want to put a pedophile that was being held, that was about to open his mouth and blow the whistle, and was hung back. It had to be correctional officers. So what they did was reassign the warden and gave the correctional officers that had that watch, gave them desk jobs. Now, if they were actually guilty, they would have been suspended and possible prosecution. But see, this is how things are set up, brothers and sisters. You got to pay attention. We have to pay attention. This is just a regular pedophile motherfucker who, no different from the rest of these motherfucking pedophiles out here. A piece of shit, just like the rest of them. Now, as far as him committing suicide, who gives a fuck? Because he didn't. Let's talk about the funeral services that was held for 4-year-old Malachi Lawson, who was found in this dumpster last week, this rat-infested dumpster in Baltimore, Maryland, who was murdered by his mother and her wife or husband or whatever. But they went on TV and put this big search party, had these search parties looking for little Malachi Lawson, 4-year-old autistic little God. Strong little brother, 4 years old. What did he do to deserve death by his parents? These two dogs here. His mother's the one with the green hair that looks like Shrek on crack. And the other one is supposed to be her wife. They're supposed to be married. And, you know, this is a result. If you look at both of them, you can see the pain, confusion, and the misery, along with the devious spirit and energy that these two bitches have. These two stinking motherfucking bitches that sat there and murdered an autistic 4-year-old boy. You know, brothers and sisters, this is one of the saddest stories that I've heard in a long time. A 4-year-old autistic boy who they could have easily given up. Just as simple as going to Child Family Services, knocking on the door and turning their child over, saying that they are unfit. You know, it was possibly something bad was going to happen to the child. Can y'all put the child in some type of protective custody? But you went on television. First you thought you were going to get paid. You thought that you were going to set up a no GoFundMe page and get all this fucking money, sympathy money. You were going to bleed the black community because people were heartfelt for Malachi Lawson, especially being autistic. And you knew that. And what did you do? You murdered your own child. Then you put him in that hot fucking dumpster where it was a heat wave, over 114 degrees in that dumpster. That this boy was bitten by rats, possums, maggots, and any other vermin you could think of. While you two bitches are riding around having a good time, getting high, getting drunk. And I pray that the most vicious sentence is handed down to both of you motherfuckers. I really do. You know, fuck all this, they black, give them a break shit. Hell no. When you tamper with and fuck over our babies, you have, respect is a foreign language to me. And you two motherfucking dirty, dusty motherfucking junkie bitches should get everything that's coming your way. I hope them women down in Jessup, Maryland, never let you motherfuckers get any rest. I hope they Jenny Craig your motherfucking asses for years. And for those who don't know, Jenny Craig in jail means when somebody takes your food away from you and don't allow you to eat. But nevertheless, this is the, you know, and then you'll hear people say, well, you know, somebody hurt them, hurt people. That is true. But that's not going to fly with me. That's not going to fly with me. That you did not know, you two motherfucking shit bags did not know what you were doing. You were very conscious because you went on the media, you went in front of the media and lied and played games with the hearts and minds of the citizens in Baltimore. You actually had people riding around in their cars hunting for this boy. And they were, and he was right in the dumpster. So if you can be that motherfucking conniving and dirty, there is no place for you in the black community. None. None. So we wish, you know, Brother Malachi, you know, we hope that, you know, he rests in power, you know. And excuse me. And we hope and we ask the Creator and the ancestors to embrace little Malachi Lawson, and that the black community loves him, and that he's in the arms and in the bosom of the Creator and the ancestral realm. May he rest in power. May he continue to live on. And we have to allow, since his life was taken in this form, we have to allow him to live through us, those who are still here. So we give our black powers and our shades to Brother Malachi Lawson. And that's enough out of me for this video here, brothers and sisters. The next video I'm going to be talking about the riots of 1946 that took place in Columbia, Tennessee. Terrible, bloody riot, racial riot that took place in Columbia, Tennessee. As well as I'm going to be talking about the homeless population, not just in Washington, D.C., but worldwide among our brothers and sisters. What can be done about it? And how do we combat homelessness? How do we end hunger in the black community? What do we do about our brothers and sisters who are struggling with opiate addiction and substance abuse and alcoholism that receive food stamps but trade the food stamps in for the drug of choice and leave the children and the rest of the family, even some elderly, are hungry to go to bed with nothing to eat because a bag of chips or a bag of hot fries and the Arizona iced tea is not a dinner. It's not a meal. So we'll be discussing those things on the next video. And as always, brothers and sisters, I'll leave you with Hotep, Black Power.